Alright, this video was inspired for me to do it. Right now it's almost 7 o'clock p.m. Well, let me take that back. It's 6:37 p.m. on, I believe it's Tuesday, February 7th, 2017. This will be the week's horoscope for all zodiac signs. And I just want to tell you how it was inspired. Like a lot of people that have been following me for a while, they know what I do. I don't work with the space as much as I used to because I'm doing a lot of stuff with twin flame. That's what God's got me doing now. But people have seen me work with the planets, talk with the planets, do things. It's all been done out here on videos. Just a lot of stuff got put on unlisted because we had to get up with the new. We don't stand in the past, we move forward. But anyway, I was sitting out here and I know it was a couple of things I still needed to do outside. But where I'm at is not only pitch black, but it's very cloudy because we're getting ready for another storm. Uh, So, I went outside and the sky was white, filled with clouds, but white. So, and it's nighttime. So, it's not really nothing up there. I try to check to see if that southwest planet is there, Venus or whatever that is, Nibiru, whatever it is. But everything's clouded out. So I'm minding my own business and think I'm just gonna take out the garbage and do what I have to do and get done. And all of a sudden, lo and behold, up above me, the moon is out. Somehow the moon was able to be out through the clouds, which I find amazing because the whole sky is filled with clouds. So what is the moon out there? So I know the moon wanted me to come out here. This is not the first time the moon has summoned me. Probably won't be the last. So we're gonna see what's going on. So you'll be seeing a couple of pictures and you'll be looking at this chart as well. And then we're gonna do the horoscope as well. Now, what this moon is called? It's called a waxing gibbous moon. Now, for people to know how to do stuff with the moon, that's when you want to get an increase. You get an increase at the waxing gibbous moon. It's at 88.6%, and you'll be able to see this picture as well. And 88 is the number of constellations in the sky. It's 86 allegedly, and the number 6 is that number of that divine love, that number of Venus of that love. So even though I didn't get to see Venus or Nibiru, whatever that is in the southwest, we're still doing her with the numerology being shown. Next full moon is February 10th, 3 days at 7:32 p.m. Next new moon is February 26th at 9:58 p.m. Alright, so we had that information. Now we can go right into, well, let me copy this before we lose it for any reason. So again, you can already see the time that's on the this particular chart. Alright, so we're going to do the horoscope. Now, we're going to get our count. I'm going to make sure we get the count. That's very important. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so the first house we're looking at Virgo. So this will be for anybody under the sign of Virgo, rising sign, ascendant sign, and even your moon sign. Virgo. But you got to understand it's also in Aries. So Aries has a lot to do with the I am. So Virgos may experience the pushy I am, or they might even come up with some goals. I don't know what zodiac sign a friend of mine is, but she's just really a different person. She's launched her new Facebook channel. She has a totally new goal. She's really going with it. So I don't know what her I don't know. Let me see. I gotta see if I can find her natal, but she goes by different names, so it might be hard for me to find her natal. But I'm gonna see her natal chart real quick just to see. Let me see. This might be it. Who knows? Yep, it's hers. All right, so let's see if she's got any Virgo. But her moon sign is Aries. See, that's how I know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I told you it's either Aries or Virgo. Her moon sign is Virgo. Because she's like a totally different person. But she's really focused. So you could already see as above, so below. One more, you have your ascendant. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'll put her chart in there, but I'm taking all the stuff out. But you'll see Missouri, that's where she lives, but I'm taking everything else out. And you'll see her chart as well as this chart. So that's what I'm saying. People are coming up, you know, people are, they're like, a guy just started talking to me again. He ain't been talking to me in a long ass time, but this is the kind of stuff we're talking about. So let's continue. So then the second house, which deals with finances, is Taurus and Libra. Now the funny thing is Venus rules both Taurus and Libra. So they're looking at relationships are good. They may get some money that's past life money, or some money might be delayed. But Tauruses and Libras might experience a better relationship at this time, or they may deal with some stubborn relationship. But since Virgo is dealing with Aries for healing, it may be more healing. And also they may have a need to balance their finances. Or if they've got they may have some legal issues that may require some finances. This is all for the Libra or Taurus energy, the signs. Third house is ruled by Gemini. So the Geminis might be dealing with a lot of Scorpio stuff. Scorpio has a lot to do with mysteries and secrets and transformation, passion. So people may be talking that Scorpio talk as well, because Gemini is about communication. Fourth house is the family house or Cancer, Sagittarius. So a lot of friends may be getting in contact with you. Friends doing with healing. And the Divine Mother or Lilith is there as well with Saturn. So the fourth house is family, education, vehicles, the heart, property and land. And there may be some type of discipline going on. Like in our township right now, they just started doing this thing like a few years ago, 2 to 5 years ago, where now they actually come to your house and evaluate your property, and they come inside your house and evaluate the property. They never used to do that. But that's what this is kind of talking when you see Saturn, because Saturn is always going to try to maintain some type of standard. So people might be experiencing that Saturn energy in school. Even somebody in family might it's kind of funny because you know sometimes they put things in motion hoping to heal stuff, because Sagittarius is really a healer, but Saturn is just more about rules. But he may do what he does to try to heal stuff. So the family may see this type of energy coming on. Education that might happen, even in really, like I said, real estate or property. Even your vehicles may need some type of servicing, or even if you have a health concern or heart concern, it may need some type of servicing. And right now, in the family, in the fourth sector, in the education sector, property and land sector, vehicle sector, mother sector, you'll have that Lilith energy, that Lilith feminine energy. Now you're jumping into the fifth house of romance, and there's Capricorn with Pluto and the vertex cross a little bit, and the vertex cross is working with Mercury. So a relationship may start to turn a little bit more serious. Like somebody might start acting a little bit more serious, or might start trying to talk a little bit more serious. And once again, Pluto is there with that soul connection, and Pluto is there with that Scorpion energy. So still dealing with transformation, change, passion, sex. So the romantic world, especially for Leos and Capricorns and Scorpios, and possibly Virgos and Geminis, might be upset a little bit. Might be upset. Might be some misunderstandings. One might feel one is trying to be too serious and they're not ready for it. Or some might even say, hey, let's get more serious. Or it's even like when you're dealing with Scorpio, the lovers might even do something mysterious. Walk through a haunted house, or do something mysterious, or deal with knowledge of occult nature and stuff like that. Even take somebody to a haunted movie or something like that. A lot of possibilities for romance in the fifth house. Now in the sixth house, you have Aquarius. Again, Aquarius is helping out the community with knowledge, but Aquarius can also be the two couples coming together and realizing that, hey, we really want to be together. Because that's kind of what they were trying to say in the fifth house. Now in the sixth house, they're kind of saying the same thing with Mercury. Talk about let's work this out. Let's be more serious. And you have the Sun in the sixth house, which again is Virgo. Virgo rules the sixth house, and really it's all about Virgo today because Virgo's in the first house. So Virgo is definitely trying to do a lot of healing right now. That can also do with health, working out health, the gym, hospital, hospital and nurses. All about let's work together. Let's come up with a way to help each other and heal. So you might hear a lot of people talking about health insurance and healthcare right now. Seventh house is the relationship, and they got Pisces in it, so the relationships are going to become more spiritual, more idealistic with Neptune and Pisces. More emotions are coming in relationship. A lot of healing in relationships. And they got that 22, that twin flame number. Is that the first time we've seen 22 so far? I believe it is. Isn't that kind of ironic how 22 is in the relationship house? We see it again, but it's way on the other side. We'll deal with it when we get there. So there you go. And Neptune makes you very idealistic. That's how you forgive and forget, which is what the spirituality is. Oh, you gotta forgive and forget, be spiritual. And now people want to heal old wounds, and we want to let's try it again. Let's move forward. Let's work together. That's what's going on in the seventh house, and this is especially affecting Libras, as you see in his second house. Pisces, Libra, and Pisces especially, and Libra is in the second house with Taurus because my brother-in-law is a Taurus, and for some reason, even him and his wife, my sister, is a Libra, and they're both off work. They've been off work like for the last 2 days or so. So you see how as above, so below. Now you get to the 8th house, and there goes that Aries energy. But the 8th house is erratic as always. The 8th house is Scorpio, used to be ruled by Mars, and you got Aries in it and Uranus. And Uranus is all about sudden impact. And then they got Leo, so it's going to be a shakeup in love. It's going to be a shakeup in love right now. In the 8th house, Scorpios are going to be shook up. Aries are going to be shook up. Unique things going on with Pluto and Mars, but it's a lot of shakeups. Like I said, the 5th house would be shook up just by looking at it. With Leo in the 8th house, sometimes you have Venus that'll do stuff just to get attention. So she might cause things to get shooken up just so she can get attention. And Venus is both Libra and Taurus. And if you notice, Libra and Taurus have been featured a lot on today's chart. So it's going to be shakeups in those zodiac signs. 9th house deals with the higher self, and you got nurturing going on with Taurus. So they're trying to get Norris, and they're trying to get Taurus to be more involved with higher consciousness, higher travel, higher knowledge, foreign travel. So Taurus might be traveling somewhere or finding himself wanting to, go to a library or talk to people. And like I said, my brother-in-law is a Taurus, and he just called me, asking me questions and asking me about Venus. And it's funny because Venus rules his sign, but he's saying that he said the only way that can be Venus in the sky right now in the southwest at night is because we're getting closer to the sun. So I did a whole video, and I did a video on my channel, Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444, seen her on YouTube, where I deal with Venus. Is it Nibiru? Is it Venus? Is it Planet X? Is it Planet 7? Is it the Destroyer? Is it Jupiter? So that's 9. And then you want to go into the 10th house. Notice how medium quality is at 0. So medium quality is in the 9th house and the 10th house. And like I told you guys, whenever medium quality is in the 9th house, it's kind of like a feminine. But she's in the 9th house and the 10th house. Because if you're noticing, this is all about the motherly side, the divine feminine, as we've been seeing. So she's working to bring the couples together. And people, if you're a Gemini, we've already talked about Taurus. So Capricorn and Gemini are working together to bring couples together. And that's why you see Capricorn and what? The 5th house with Leo, saying, let's get serious. A lot of seriousness. And maybe that's another. I told you, maybe Venus is shaking things up to get love. Like maybe if you're waiting on your twin soul and they're with somebody else, maybe Venus is shaking it up to get rid of them, to get them twins back together. And so that's what you see going on, and that's that Capricorn. And my moon sign is Capricorn. And right now Capricorn is in Leo. So now, going into the 11th house, where the two people are supposed to submit, the two twins, but the 11th house is also about friends and associations and groups. But the moon is there, so isn't that kind of ironic that the moon did something kind of to me it was supernatural, because I should not have been able to see the moon because the clouds filled everything, but yet I was still able to see the moon through all of that. And the moon is in Cancer, the family sign, and the moon rules Cancer. So it's a lot of nurturing going on again in the 11th house, and there goes 22 again. So more twin flame Gemini nurturing. Let's work together. Let's stop. Maybe I did overreact, or now people are rethinking when they, I don't want to be with that person. I don't like the way, I don't like this about that person. Oh, they're creepy. Now they're rethinking it. Maybe I did overreact, and maybe it wasn't so bad, or maybe the person did do a lot of things and I didn't appreciate. Now they're rethinking. And as you can see, Cancer is diametrically opposed to Capricorn, which again is showing you portals, basically portals. So a lot of nurturing for the Aquarius age, a lot of nurturing going on with friends, relatives, and associations. And that's why the moon wanted to make itself seen. And also the moon is a gibbous moon, which means there's a lot of expansion going on. a lot of time for expansion going on. So a lot of people may be thinking about building their organizations, increasing their numbers. And that's what she's doing right now. My friend is trying to market to get people to increase her numbers of people, to increase interest. Now, again, the 12th house is in a dysfunctional house, Leo, so they're focusing on Leo, trying to help Leo through Leo's dysfunctions. And they give him East Point or sunlight to help him. And Leo is a sun sign. And if you notice, right across is Aquarius. So you know they're still dealing with Aquarius and submission, because the sun is in Aquarius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 6th house of healing, Virgo. And Leo is a sun. So all this energy is also being directed to help the Leo with his dysfunctional issues, especially with Aquarius, submission, with the twins submitting to each other. So any Leo in a twin flame relationship, you're going to have the universe trying to help you two submit to each other. And also the 12th house is ruled by Pisces, so Pisces is still also going to be affected by this healing and nurturing. And plus Pisces is also used because Pisces causes dreams through Neptune. So that is the horoscope for all zodiac signs for the week of February 7th, 2716. This is Gat from Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444. If you're interested in any of these intuitive services you see out here, or anything else you want to ask, they have the contact information in the description box, and I can show you the list, or if you have any questions, I can answer those questions as well. God bless.